It's the Date Master, and yes, we're checking in. Let's get it. Come on in, come on in, come on in. So I was talking to my guy. I said I'm gonna start changing up a little bit of the subject matter to kind of break it down a level or two and get into things more relatable, more things people can identify with. You as men have a lot of questions, going through a lot of adversity in these times, in previous times. So a wise man once said that in order to curb your wants and desires, you can change them. You can change whatever you want at any time. See, we are looked at we're looked at as these products of perfection. That's why women want men to have all of these things. They want the whole package because this is innately how they view us, but we don't exude these features, until we go through a certain phase or until we're chosen. Because this game and this information is not for everyone to understand. You have to have balance. You just pick the side of the scale that you want to balance. You're gonna have the simps. You're gonna have the alphas on this side, laying and slaying, having their way. You're gonna have the simps getting the leftovers. You'll have the beta males getting the leftovers out of that. So, what you see when you see a Ti, and no disrespect to Ti, Tiny, when you see a Ti or a Jason Momoa, whoever these guys are, some of these cats, they're smart in their mate selection. I mean, when you look at some of these guys in their careers and you look at the dynamic between them and their woman, these couples tend to excel and succeed because the woman who may not be on the same level from a sexual value standpoint as her man, she tends to be a little bit more cooperative. She tends to be a little less problematic, if you will, because the options are not there. It's just like you see these billionaires, you think they ride McLarens. In some cases, they may do, depending on the event, but their everyday car, the one that they rely on day after day, is usually a Toyota, a Honda, Nissan, something of that nature, because those are very reliable cars. When you look at the mileage that you can get out of them, you look at the, expenses that come with them. So a man getting a bad chick, we want that experience because we just, like I said, want that experience. But a lot of times when you spend a lot of time with a very beautiful woman, in a lot of cases, you'll tend to see that she has a bland personality because most of the time the guys had to prove themselves to her. So she just sits back and listen. A lot of the times you'll see these bad chicks and they come off as quiet because usually they're the ones being spoken to a lot. Also, the relationship dynamic between her and the man is going to be skewed to her side when it's in the man's, when he's trying to take control. But she ultimately picks what she wants to deal with on the side. So she'll take a man that's providing, of course. This is the bad chick I'm talking about. She'll take the guy that's providing, but he may not be her physical appeal. He may not be her physical appeal because, again, women always want better than her. So even if she gets the money on one end, she still wants the physicality because she wants the perfect option. She doesn't want to feel like she's settled in the least. So when a man that's, has some intelligence peeps this dynamic, he said, well, let me choose a woman who would look at me in the same way a simp would look at a bad chick because he's going to acquiesce to her. He's going to go out of his way to make her life different. Again, this is no bash or fault to him. This is just the way things are. Why wouldn't he go after a chick that's bad? That doesn't make sense because in some cases, a lot of guys don't have the time. They don't take the time to do the physical work. Some of it's a lot of factors that go into this. Yet women still have the standards that they have. This is why I said a lot of women are circumcising the dating pool. They only want the best. They only want the ones with the most potential, the most earning power, and the most status, because this is a sign of security to them. They think they can ultimately have that type of guy, because what they'll do with him, they would make him think he's a priority. And I've seen women finesse this game. They would act as if they're all into a guy that may be in a certain industry. They prop the guy up as if he's the trophy to get his ego, to get him off guard, to make him think he's secure. He can relax. He can take his shirt off. He can let his hair down. The moment he does this, now she's secretly devising her plan of come up, which is a lot of nowadays you're going to see the baddies, the boss babes, and this type of thing. You'll see them popping up with businesses, apartments, cars, etc., etc. So you must ask, like I said in previous videos, about their expenses. If they're making all of this money, why are they so hell bent on getting a man's money? So they'll act as if this man is the one. He takes it in. He gets comfortable. Yeah, I'm going to start investing in my, because these chicks got these certain, I would say, flow charts that they pass on these, certain agendas. Invest in your chick. These narratives they put out under these captions. He invested in me, so he forever mine. He be saying these little catchy captions and shit like that, but yet still be fucking off and doing all type of shit. So he starts funneling her money, because this is, again, he's investing in his chick. She siphons this money out. Next thing you know, she has a business, and then all of a sudden it's problems with the relationship. Yeah, I got you. I appreciate you funding me. Bet I'ma holler at you, but this ain't gonna work. But you already got 8,000 out of him to do the business. And that's just an arbitrary number I'm throwing out, but you get my point. So the wise man said, well, let me deal with a chick that may not be as attractive as I would, normally want to go with. But this is for a marriage. This is not for just a sexual relationship. This is not just casual. This is a serious deal we're thinking about. So they go and get the chick that's of lesser physical, beauty. And that woman submits to him because he is the better version that she's looking for. Again, women always want the better version. So it's going to be rare occasion where you find the top man and the top woman interacting or becoming married. They may deal with each other, but because of the options being so abundant, infidelity would tend to seep in. But that doesn't necessarily break them up, because they're like, well, the bond is still stronger than the, cheating. I still got my family. I still got my house. I still have my lifestyle. So when the lifestyle is at stake, this is when chicks start to buck. Lifestyle, which does include her social and sexual life, her urges will increase. So the man, again, he's able to remain her loyalty a lot longer than if he was possibly to have a bad chick and he, wasn't physically appealing to her anymore. If he, it could be a few things. So the smart men start to marry down because he thinks it's a safe space for him. A lot of men do this and they do it wrong, and they get played by a chick who they saved. You see these videos of these men exposing these women when they catch them cheating. They pack all your stuff, get out my house. It's usually get out my house. So this goes to show you, excuse me, a chick that is being taken care of and provided for, the first thing that comes out of her mouth that she says she's looking to get, at first opportunity, she shits on it. She'll shit on it. And these are the women that get caught. Best believe the women that don't get caught, and then the women that get caught, but because of a man's pride, he does not put it out. You cannot blame him. So the smart man doesn't want to deal with his woman stepping out, because if he's smart, usually he's financially savvy. He's put himself in a position, whether early or later, he's put himself in a position that he wants to protect his interests, or he sees where his potential can go with what he's already done. But again, you go with the bad chick, you go with the dime it is, and she understands that she's fine. See, one thing is a chick being bad. The other one is her knowing this, so she flaunts it. She shows it off because of the attention that she gets. A woman can fund her lifestyle if she's bad enough. She really wouldn't be inclined to commit to any man. Why would she commit? She has so many options because men don't care if a woman is married in a lot of cases. They'll still, shoot their shot. It just depends on the man and the respect that he has and the type of woman that he's, married or looking to marry. Women can be unpredictable, which is why you must never get complacent and you must never let her get complacent. Because the moment comfort sets in anything, results are going to decline. Results are going to decline. So the woman that's on the lower sexual market scale, she's going to continue to compete. She's going to do things outside of the physical that's going to be pleasing to him, which is going to garner his loyalty. This is the women really being a helpmeet to where they're building wealth, they're having family, building families, and they're doing it as a unit. This will make a man remain very loyal to a woman because a smart man would not sacrifice or sabotage a good thing. Women do that because their feelings are sporadic. They don't know if they're here or there. One day they're hot, next day they're cold. They got these mood swings, and this comes from a sexual past that's checkered. But yeah, man, this is a thing I think you need to look into if you're looking to get married, which I don't think a lot of you guys are going to be looking to get married, seeing the climate that we're in. So we'll start changing up the topics. We'll start talking more about, real world issues and how they relate to, whatever you want to do. But we know your urge and thirst and hunger for women will always be present. We're just going to guide you through how to satisfy that without harming yourself or others. But you guys let me know what you think about this video. It's the Date Master. Peace.